Hello.
Hello, welcome back. We hope you had as much fun as we did making those lunar rovers. I meant it when I said it last time. We had just trying all the different things, it took a lot of work. It was tricky, but we very much enjoyed it. And hopefully you're going to have just as much fun testing your lunar rovers with us today. And obviously we have some help in the studio with us. So come on in and say hello.
There we go, from All Saints School.
Give us a big wave.
You may recognize these two from a
last
previous
time.
one.
Yeah. Now, what we are going to be doing in studio today, it'll be exactly what you guys will be doing in your classrooms. We are going to be testing one of our lunar rovers. Now, I know you're never going to be able to guess which one of our designs we have decided to go with. I know you're all rooting for these really long thin one with the, oh, wait a minute, this one here. You're rooting for, no, it's not that one. And remember, I know, it doesn't matter how we go about with our prototypes and our testing. We're just trying to see how our design holds up to a few of the different things. So you guys go get yourselves ready over there. One more wave. There we go. We will see you very soon. But first,
I was going.
No, you're staying here.
Okay.
First, what we are going to do is we're going to give you a little extra challenge at the start. Now, don't worry, it's not to do yet. This is something that we're going to leave you with, and we would love, and I mean love, to see what you come up with afterwards. What we've got up on the screen here right now, every good lunar mission needs a mission badge. Now, these are some of the NASA Apollo missions. You can see there we've got Apollo 7, Apollo 11, and Apollo 12. Now, every mission badge tells a story. It is, symbolic of that specific mission. If you take Apollo 7, for example, Ree, tell me something about that mission badge.
Right,
you can see that.
Apollo 7, you can see it's got 7 there in Roman numerals to start with. So that number is to indicate it's the 7th Apollo mission. This is the first crewed flight, so you can see you've got some names around the edge of the badge there. Those are the names of those the crew that were on that particular mission. In fact, the crew members actually designed that badge, so they did that together as a team, which is what we're hoping that you will do at the end of the session today. They did lots of testing on that particular mission. Okay, so that is you can see there they've got their orbiting module. Okay, you can see that's going around there to show that it was a mission to orbit the Earth. Okay, which is why it's positioned in that way. Thank you for the little pointer on there as well.
Love the graphics. Graphics are great.
Yeah, so that's the Apollo 7 summarized in that mission badge.
Okay, and you can see a couple of others on there. You've got Apollo 11 in the middle. Now, we're going to talk a little bit more about that one at the end when we give you a little bit of a reminder of this task. But something, hopefully you can see in the middle there, you've got the eagle, and that'll be really important. Maybe some of you will start thinking about the eagle on that particular mission badge. But then you've got that last one at the end there. We've got Apollo 12. This is one of my favorite ones. We could have picked any to show you, but I loved the symbolism on this one. Once again, you can see at the bottom there, it's got the names of the crew, and each mission badge, each lunar mission badge that is created in a way to represent that specific mission. And you might be able to see that there is a ship on that one. It's actually a naval ship, and it's because all of those crew members had a naval background. They were all Navy, related
in the
Navy.
Yeah.
And also, again, another thing I love, there is a place on the moon called the Ocean of Storms, and the part of the moon you can see on that mission badge is the Ocean of Storms with the ship flying over it, because that was actually the landing site for this particular mission of Apollo 12. So I love the symbolism. I love that each mission badge represents a different story of that particular mission. And that leads us to what we would like you to do, this extra challenge. We'll give you a little bit more information about it at the end, but we want you to get thinking about your mission badge. Oh yeah, here it comes. Here's ours. That is us.
Just one or 2 years ago.
Yeah, and obviously we, as children dreaming of being astronauts, it looks like we have fulfilled that dream of becoming astronauts. I think it might be faster, but don't tell Ray because she's actually really excited about it. So what we decided to do was to come up with our own mission badge. So here is our attempt. Oh, Agile 1, because obviously it's the first of our missions that we have created. You've got our surnames there. We've got Booth and Broughton. We've got the year that we have designed and built this lunar rover. Agile, obvious reasons.
Look at that fun-looking rover there.
It's very fun looking.
That represents our fun personality.
And you can see that Welsh dragon on there as well to symbolise us and where we are from. So this was our attempt of digitally creating a mission badge. Now, obviously, you could do this by hand, but we would love it if there was some form of technology involved. So at the end of this session, after you've completed all the lunar testing, all the rover testing that we're going to do, a little extra special mission challenge for you is to create your own mission badge. Who was in your group with you? Who was your crew? Yeah, exactly. You know, what are you going to call your rover? What's your mission? What's your goal? What is it representing? Ours, you know, we wanted it to be able to, well, to be able to carry out these tests that we're going to undergo, and hopefully it does it, displaying some agility. If you remember it from last time, that may or may not be true, but yeah, what is the name of your mission? What's the name of your rover? And what represents you as a team, as a crew? So that's your challenge. You can create it on the computer. You can use any sort of technology.
Just do it as a team. That's important. Every mission is a team mission.
Fantastic. So that's your extra challenge. But we should probably give you a bit more detail about what we want you to do with us today. We are obviously going to be putting our lunar rovers to the test. So we are going to see whether they can complete a variety of challenges. Now, you may remember some of the challenges we told you about last time. It needs to be able to travel across different surfaces. A little bit more on that in a minute. How easily it travels across certain surfaces. What else did we want it to do, Ree?
Right, we also wanted to transport some moon rocks. So 1 rock, 2 rocks, right up to 5, well, more than that if you want to, but see if it can transport them without them falling out, without them coming up off the rover. So that's really important, especially traveling over bumpy surfaces. We don't want bits of rock flying out. So can it do that successfully?
And the third challenge, because we have got 3 different tests for our rover today: ease of traveling across surfaces, can it transport moon rocks and how many? Also, can it travel up a ramp? Now, we're going to show you how we're going to set this up in a minute, show you how we've decided to do it. Now, remember, there is no right or wrong on this. However you choose to do it in class is absolutely fine. We'll just give you a few hints and pointers. But why would we want it to travel up a ramp? What is that trying to mimic?
Well, hopefully from the previous sessions, you realise that the moon is covered in craters. These are big holes all over the surface of the moon. So in order for that rover to move across the moon, it needs to sometimes be able to get in and out of craters. So that's what we want to demonstrate. We want to see if your rover is able to, well, take on the challenge of the ramps.
Now, we don't want it just to be able to come in and out of craters. It might need to go into a crater for a specific reason, to collect a sample. So we're hoping even better if your moon rover, if your lunar rover can go up a ramp, can it do it without one of those moon rocks falling out the back of it?
Tricky.
Who knows? So we're just going to go and have a little look at our rover setup over here and just explain to you maybe some of the different surfaces we've chosen and the things that you can choose. It can be any of the surfaces that you've got in your classroom. But let's go over there and we'll have a little look at our rover and our ramp setup. So here we go.
Okay.
Over we come.
Bring that one.
There we go. Okay. So as you can see, it's over here. We've got our toweled surface down. Okay. The reason why we've done this is because in order for our rover to move, those wheels need a little bit of friction. Okay. So it does actually like and prefer to travel over a surface like this than it does over a really, really smooth surface. So this, okay, this rover, this is the one we decided to test, much to Ree's disappointment.
Oh, I love it. Great.
No, we do love it. We are going to see how this one travels across a few different surfaces. So one of those surfaces could be a towel or carpet, something that you might have in your classroom. We've got a couple of other surfaces. What else have we got available to us, Ree, surface-wise?
Right, so surface-wise, we've come up with a few. So you could go over sand, you could go over flour if you want to keep it the same as what you used for your moon investigation.
To mimic the dusty surface of the moon, that would be quite good.
Trapped in the wheels and so on. You could use bubble wrap, sandpaper, carpet, rubber flooring, anything that you can find, or even different surfaces around the school.
So we, with our lovely helpers from All Saints in a minute, when we set you off on this challenge, we're definitely going to be trying bubble wrap. We're definitely going to be trying some sand, and we're going to see how well it travels, how easily it travels over this toweled surface here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to give it a rating. We're going to give it a rating out of 5. So if it doesn't travel across it very easily, what we're going to give it, Ree?
We'll give it a 1.
And if it does, obviously, we're going to give it a 5. So think about that when you watch your rover travel across those surfaces. So that's test number 1. Test number 2, okay, I'm hoping somewhere in your design, you've got something to be able to carry some moon rocks. And we've got some aquarium gravel here, just what we had lying around the house, obviously, but hopefully you guys just found some little stones from outside. And we're going to pop some moon rocks in our container. Now, we've decided in our table, which you can see in a minute, that we're going to try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and see if it can. Oh, there we go. Oh, as if by magic. Look at that table. This is our table that we're using for collecting our results, because every good investigation needs a table. You can see the surfaces in that first column, but the bit that was just highlighted to you, moon rocks transported 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5+. You can actually write a number in that last column if you want. If your moon buggy was able to transport 10 rocks, absolutely fantastic. You tell us that in that table. We would love to see that.
And all you need is a tick. So if it does, if it successfully holds 1 rock, just give that a tick in that box, okay?
Okay, and then finally, we want to show you how we have designed this ramp system. So if I can just show you under our little towel over here, or rather, I don't need to. What we've got here is we've just got some plastic plates. Now, you could use books, you could use anything. And all we've done, I don't know if you can see that on there, is we've just slipped a couple of them under our surface. So if you're choosing bubble wrap, if you're choosing to do it under the carpet, we've put those in there to see whether our moon buggy, our moon rover, travels over an upper ramp. Now, what you may have noticed from the design from last time, as I've got here, is I've still got my octagonal wheels on. So, all right, Ree's going to show you how we could push it over the ramp.
Fantastic.
This moon buggy, I feel it's going to be in our lives forever. I just know that this is here to stay.
That's getting a tick for 3 ramps, that one. Well done.
No, absolutely. If you've got to manually push it, like we said, it doesn't matter in any way, shape or form, as long as it moves. When we made this one, first of all, I should really confess something. I might have actually done the first design. And what I did is I just stuck the straws to the bottom. So these didn't actually turn at all. So I was like, oh my goodness, it's never going to work. But Ree decided that we should put another straw, and then the axles were able to move. And like Ree said, it actually travels really nicely and freely over our ramps. It doesn't matter at all if you've got to manually push it. But let me just tell you, this one here, I'm hoping you decided that my octagonal wheels, whilst they looked good, they maybe were not the right shape for wheels. So what we did is, out of those recycled materials, we created some circular wheels. So maybe I'll just switch those out now, and we'll just see, with or without ramps, Ree, if we're going to practice one now.
Should we put the 1 ramp in?
Okay.
There we go.
So we'll see now if our rover can travel across 1 ramp. This has never been tested before with these wheels, because we have just made them.
This, isn't it?
No, not at all. That's why we do this. That's why we do our testing.
Never before done.
Okay, so we've got some moon rock in. Let's see if we can go up and over this ramp. Are we ready, steady? Let's go.
Come on, you can do it.
I know. Oh, yes, it did actually travel over our ramp. And I don't know if you can see that, but our moon rocks have stayed beautifully inside our little container. So this is what we'd like you to do, okay? Our lovely helpers from All Saints, come on over. It's going to be their turn to do some testing. We would love to see your photos, to see videos of your rovers moving across these surfaces. We have got our table here ready. And what do we reckon, Ree? How long are we giving them? 15 minutes? What are we thinking? 15 minutes in classrooms and in the studio here in order
15 minutes sounds good.
Fantastic. And remember, if you don't quite manage to get through all of your different challenges, that is no problem at all. You can stop, pause, you can come back to it. Just so long. Oh, look at that. I know what it was. It's just
Updating in real time.
I love it. So we managed to go over one ramp, and then we can try the others. That's what it's going to be our job now, right? We are ready to go in the studio. Hopefully you guys are ready to go there. So what do you reckon, Ray? Over to them?
Yeah, over to you. Good luck.
Are you ready? So Hello and welcome back. Hopefully you can see us in the corner over there. We are waving at you, but probably the most important, oh, there we are. We're still waving. Probably the most important thing you can see is we had our table of results over there. Now, I hope you had as much fun as we did. I'll give you a direct quote from Ree just now, which was, do we have to go back? Because I just want to keep playing with this now. So she really wants to carry out the rest of our tests on our lunar rover, which I absolutely love. Now, did you two have fun doing those tests? Yes. Now, did everything work the way we thought it was going to work? No. And what was the best part? And I mean the absolute best part of this, the ideas that these two came up with in the studio when we were carrying out those tests. I hope you had the same kinds of conversations in your classrooms because it was brilliant. They even, at one point, you know, we were analysing our design, if you like. You know, it was very much, are these polos a little bit small for doing this? And came up with a fantastic idea of maybe switching it and turning our rover, making it move in the other direction to see if these bigger wheels would be able to maybe traverse some of those ramps. And I thought it was brilliant. Talk us through some of our results.
Right, so we had to look at the surfaces to begin with, didn't we? Okay, so can you tell me, first of all, then, the no extra surface, so just on a table, what happened? Did it move well?
The wheel didn't get enough grip on the circle wheels. Didn't move too well.
No, you're both right there. So not enough grip. There's not enough friction with the table. So even though I think we had a discussion, didn't we, that we thought it would go really easily across the table.
Flip all the way across.
It didn't. So that was the first surprise, wasn't it? So what did we give that out of 5?
We maybe should have given it a 0, but well, it moved a little bit, didn't it? So we gave it a 1, yeah.
So then we moved on to the towel, wasn't it? The towel surface. So can you tell me then, how was that? Was that, did it move easily over the towel?
Yeah.
A bit. What did it do? It almost fell off the. What did it do?
It fell off the table.
It went so fast.
You had good hands.
Yeah, we had
caught
some
it.
Excellent catches in here. So
what have we given that one?
5.
A 5. So we gave that the maximum rating, 5 out of 5. It was really good going across
went
that
nice
towel.
And fast. And then what was the last material we tried? What was the last bumpy surface?
Bubble wrap.
Bubble wrap. Now, what did we think? We made a little prediction, obviously, before we started, whether we thought it was going to be better or worse than the towel. What did it end up as?
It kept getting stuck in the hole.
On the little bumps, didn't it? So it was a good bumpy surface.
Yeah, it was good at mimicking the moon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In terms of all those bumps.
And what rating did we give it? We gave it a 3. So obviously, based off of those results, what we decided to do is for our moon rocks transported and for our ramp, we decided to try the best surface to give us as the starting point. And we did go back and try to see if we could get it to go on the table again. But as you can see from there, the numerous crosses, no rocks were transported across that table surface, and no ramps were traversed either. So let's have a think about the moon rocks then in our design. Did it manage to carry 1 moon rock?
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Then talk us through what happened next. What did we try?
2.
And it worked?
Yeah.
Okay, and then keep going. 3 was fine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
and
good.
what happened when we got to 4?
Oh dear.
The cup fell off the back.
So, and again, you two were perfect at evaluating our design. So what did we say? So 4 maybe was a little bit too heavy. We put 4 moon rocks in the cup, and as you tried it still moved, didn't it? But as it moved, our cup fell off the back. What is our cup stuck on with?
Blue tack.
Blue tack. So in evaluating our design, what did you two decide that maybe would be a better option?
Not to use.
Not blue. So
Anything else but not blue tack.
we've got it. We understand this. And this is what's perfect, because do you think NASA get it right first time? Absolutely not. 100%.
And they were asking lots of questions and throwing lots of suggestions out there, which is what this is all about.
Absolutely. We were so impressed.
Right, so then we tried with 5 as well, didn't we? That didn't work. The bumpy surface, we didn't actually have chance with the bubble wrap to do that, but we can go back to do that, can't we, later on?
And if you haven't finished doing your testing, it is no problem at all. Definitely go back and have a try. The moon rocks being transported over your different surfaces as well. So that's what we're definitely going to do at the end of this.
Right then we looked at ramps, didn't we? Well, what we did actually was we altered our idea of ramps, because initially we had the plates one after the other in a row, but we decided instead of putting them in a row, what did we do? We put them on top of each other instead. So we had one plate for the first time, then we put 2, and then we put 3. So we built it up as a higher ramp, didn't we?
And this is where these two made an excellent discovery. They thought that maybe when we did it this way round, with our polos as our front wheels, did we get over the ramps? No. So do you know what? Just in the purpose of testing, these two came up with it. We decided that we would turn our rover around and make it go over the ramp with our bigger wheels. And what was our result?
So what happened?
The cup stopped.
For which one? Did it go over one ramp?
Yeah.
Yes. Did it go over 2 ramps?
Yeah.
And then when we came to putting 3 on, what did you say?
The cup stopped.
So again, our design, whilst it was brilliant for carrying moon rocks, the cup stopped it from going over. And all of this is absolutely perfect. We're so proud of these guys, and we hope you had such a wide range of results in your testing, because that leads us to our evaluation. Now, this is not something we're setting you off to do now. This is not another work window, but if you could just have a quick look on this on the screen that's just coming up in a moment. Thank you so much. Well done, guys. This is our little evaluation work window. What went well with our rover? What went well with our surfaces, and how our design and our build? So you can see there is, what's our little phrasing, Reese? Good, better, best.
Yeah.
Have a little think at some of those questions over there. Not for you to do now, just something after every experiment and testing and inquiry that we do. It is always really, really important to evaluate. We will be making so many modifications to our design now, based on how our rover completed those challenges that we just...
And mentioning evaluation, we evaluated after our previous session, didn't we, with the moon craters? So we're always thinking about ways that we can make it, and we can improve.
And hopefully you guys did too. You know, it's a very, very important skill. We will always do experiments, and we will always do investigations that require some evaluation, because it's a really, really important skill. So hopefully that's one that you guys are developing as well. So really, really well done. That is pretty much it from us in this little series. However, we want to remind you of that challenge we set you earlier. By all means, if you haven't finished, and like we said, go back, have a little look again, take some more time, complete all the different surfaces, and remember your mission badge challenge. You've all just worked so well together as crews, as teams, and we would love to see what you come up with and what you create. And I want you to have a little think about that Apollo 11 mission badge again. If you remember, it had that eagle in the middle of it, and I think we've got a little clip for you right now.
We copy you down, Eagle.
Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot.
Fantastic. And hopefully you heard the very, very famous words in there about the eagle has landed. Now that takes us back to that Apollo 11 mission badge. Had the eagle on it there. That eagle was to represent the United States. And if you looked at it a little bit more closely, you can see it's carrying an olive branch in its beak. That's to signify that it comes in peace. It was a peaceful lunar mission, and one where, what happened in that lunar mission, Ray?
Yeah, back in, was it 1969, where the first man walked on the moon, Neil Armstrong. So if any of you
Buzz Aldrin,
if you've seen Apollo 11, you've probably heard of Apollo 11. It's the famous one where the eagle has landed was in fact said.
And no names. This is one that's slightly different from, and the one why we picked it up. No names of the crew members were featured on that Apollo 11 mission badge. The reason behind it is because the crew members decided that it was such a team effort. Everybody behind the scenes, the people back in Houston, the people who would have worked, the engineers like we have been, that they wanted to make it a whole team effort, and not you know, be singled out. So we love that challenge. We loved creating our own, and we've really enjoyed this mini series.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and I want to play with this.
We will definitely be testing our moon rover on the bubble wrap right now. Thank you very, very much for joining us. Please remember, we would love to see videos of what you've been doing in class. We would love to see photos of everything that you have created. And if you can tag e-sgol, SparkLab on any form of social media, also drop us an email. We would love to see how you've enjoyed this. And welcome your feedback. So thank you very, very much. And we will see you very soon. Come in and say bye, everyone. Let's have one more wave. You've been absolutely fantastic. Help us with this here in the studio. Thank you very much. Bye.